Picture this. You have a research paper due tomorrow and know next to nothing about your topic, universal basic income. To get an overview of main points, you head over to ChatGPT and ask, what are the benefits of universal basic income? ChatGPT provides a great list of starting points and citations, and you get to work on your paper. Later, your professor hands back your graded assignment. You got a C+. What gives? Your professor says that the paper was well written, but that you only talked about the benefits of universal basic income and completely left out the criticisms. They also can't find the original sources you cited. It turns out ChatGPT isn't the most reliable study buddy. Artificial intelligence like ChatGPT is changing how we find, evaluate, and create information at a rapid pace. AI makes it fast and easy to get writing assistance or solve some problems, but ethical concerns are being raised. So what exactly is happening behind the scenes with AI, and why is it important for us all to develop AI literacy? Artificial intelligence is the simulation of human-like intelligence in machines. AI combines algorithms or coded step-by-step instructions to perform and automate various functions like problem solving or recognizing patterns. AI is already working in the background of our day-to-day lives, automating and streamlining processes across industries like healthcare and finance. In this video, we'll focus on a specific type of artificial intelligence that's taken the world by storm: generative artificial intelligence. Gen AI can generate unique content rather than simply analyzing or acting on existing data. You may have heard of ChatGPT, one of many text-to-text generative AIs. When given a prompt, it creates new content in the form of natural language based on the large dataset it was trained on to predict the words most likely to come next. If you've used Gen AI, you're probably aware of how powerful these tools can be for work, school, and your everyday life. But being responsible users of Gen AI means also being aware of the concerning aspects of these tools. Here are 5 considerations to keep in mind when using Gen AI. Misinformation. Since Gen AI is simply predicting the best words to answer your prompt, its responses can contain incorrect information or even harmful misinformation. As we saw in the example of your research paper, Gen AI has been known to hallucinate information, like making up citations to sources that don't exist. Even more concerning, researchers who asked ChatGPT to write content advancing inaccurate claims about vaccines found that the chatbot produced authoritative-sounding content and citations to fake scientific studies, urging the user to do their own research instead of trusting medical experts. Risk of bias. Gen AI is trained on large datasets developed by humans, so responses will inevitably reflect human bias. For example, when asked to generate images of workers for different professions, text-to-image AI generated stereotypical images of lighter-skinned workers for high-paying jobs and darker-skinned workers for low-paying jobs. Your prompt can also bias the output. When you asked about the benefits of universal basic income, ChatGPT left out more critical viewpoints on your topic. Academic integrity. Since Gen AI can generate text that sounds like it was written by a human, there are concerns that students could pass off a chatbot's output as their own writing, evading detection from plagiarism tools that compare writing to other pre-existing works. What does this mean for how students learn to write? And what counts as cheating? Is it all right to have AI compile your list of talking points, create your outline, write your first draft? You should ask your instructor, check their syllabus statement on AI, and refer to the assignment directions to determine if or how you can use Gen AI in your assignments. Privacy and data. It's normal for Gen AI systems to keep your chat logs for review by AI trainers to improve the technology. Private information input into the system could also resurface online or be discovered in cyber attacks. For example, ChatGPT could be a powerful tool for analyzing research data, but sensitive data like patient information from a clinical trial should never be input into a chatbot. When using Gen AI tools, it's important to be aware of the possible ways your information might be used and whether you're okay with sharing your data. Environmental cost. Creating and training GenAI and cooling GenAI processors uses an enormous amount of energy and water. Researchers estimate that creating ChatGPT-3 costs the energy equivalent of 123 gasoline-powered vehicles driven for a year. And a single search with GenAI can use 10 to 25 times as much energy as a Google search. It's important to stop and think about these energy costs before turning to GenAI for every question or problem we have. Artificial intelligence is here to stay, and generative AI could have an impact on multiple facets of our lives. AI has the potential to save time so we can focus on other aspects of our work that require human intelligence. But getting the most out of AI requires us to be AI literate, understanding how GenAI works, critically evaluating AI-generated information, and understanding the ethical implications of AI to make informed decisions when using these technologies. Watch the next video to learn 3 strategies for evaluating information from generative artificial intelligence.
Created using Powtoon.